There's something going on with Trump. Okay, there is. Like, obviously, I saw somebody post the other day that he has congenital heart failure, and that may very well be. He definitely has some major health issues. He's getting a lot of IVs. He's had the dragging leg. He's had some weird shoulder shit. And you know, obviously we've seen the, like, you know, borderline dementia. Dude, let's go ahead and look at some evidence here. So first off, from this last press conference, the coloration, we know he's like a bronzer sort of guy, but like his skin tone and coloration lately have looked a little bit more like a cadaver. He's not wearing a tie. With him not wearing a tie makes me think that there's inflammation. Now, his skin never really looked good, but you know what I mean? Like, he's looked extra shitty lately. Saggier and like less, I don't know, less just even in his skin tone, right? And his hair has looked a little thinner and a little bit more like wispy. He's wearing a baseball hat in the Oval Office. Trump was right about everything. I mean, dude, there's not a more insecure hat to be wearing. I mean, he's just oozing insecurity and decrepitness. That's what I really thought of when I saw him in this last press conference, is that he was decrepit. That was the only word I could think of. And then, of course, we see that they've got this like makeup or whatever that looks like a huge swath of calamine lotion over his hands. Now, obviously, what is really going on with his hand that they think this is an improvement? I mean, that's a warning sign, guys. I mean, look at that, dude. Now, you may have noticed significantly lower energy from Trump. Even when he does the dance or whatever, it's like he's not into it anymore. His heart's not into it, right? The lidded eyes, having trouble staying awake, right? The wispy thinning hair, the skin tone, the weight loss, obviously the hand stuff, dementia. I mean, he just didn't look good at all, okay? He did not. He looked real like death warmed over. Here's from today, guys. When he was golfing, there's like significant bruising and something going on with his left hand. Now, remember what happened before, where this was a couple months ago, where Caroline Leavitt actually made that comment about Trump bruising from shaking hands.
Recent photos of the president have shown minor bruising on the back of his hand. This is consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin, which is taken as part of a standard cardiovascular prevention regimen. This is a well-known and benign side effect of aspirin therapy. And the president remains in excellent health, which I think all of you witness on a daily basis here. So the president wanted me to share that note.
So there we go. Aspirin therapy and some like handshaking. All right. Not exactly buying it. Now, that was a while ago. Okay, that video was from a couple months ago. But now, dude, you look at what's going on now. That is not mild bruising from handshaking and aspirin. Yes, let's look at the swollen ankles, right? The thankles is always a big deal. There's like Joe Biden's ankles. Look at Trump's ankles, bro. That's not normal, right? Look at his ankles, dude. Look at that photo, guys. That is not normal. And I mean, look at Vladimir Putin. Okay, look at Vladimir Putin. Here are congestive heart failure symptoms: short of breath, trouble climbing stairs, fatigue, low energy, swelling and weight gain from fluid in your ankles, lower legs, or abdomen, difficulty sleeping when lying flat, which could explain more of the tiredness, swelling in the veins of your neck, which would explain why he's not wearing ties. It's now uncomfortable to wear a tie and have a tightly buttoned shirt. I mean, dude, he definitely has many of the symptoms. And I think what's interesting is obviously whatever the IVs or whatever he's doing, there's something going on with him that they're treating him with some type of fluids, but it's been a lot of signs like showing up at one time. And then you may have noticed the leg sweeping. Here's some photographs of the leg sweep. Look at this. Watch this series of photos. All right. You're going to watch his leg down here. You're going to notice, you see how the leg is like sweeping, right? Across the top. And instead of like lifting and coming down for a step, it's like that leg is sweeping. It's the right leg right there. He does that little sweep thing. That was a little minor one of it. Watch his leg after this dance. Watch it. You see that? You see how he was not even stepping. He was like sweeping it as he grabs that pole. It's like that leg is like, he doesn't have like full control over it. And look at how hard he grips. Watch this, guys. Watch how hard he grips. Notice his two hands here. Notice how his right hand is like just savage grip to hold his weight there. And then watch how lightly he's gripping with the other hand over here. This one is like the grip of death to hold and get that leg down that fucking stairs. Watch this. You're going to see it. It's plain as day, dude. And then he barely holds the other side, dude. He's definitely got something going on with his right leg. Yeah, no, something is going on. I think he's going to be dead within a year, guys. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, because obviously J.D. Vance is going to be no picnic. But I think Trump is dead within the year. I think by next summer, Trump is going to be dead. And yes, I am going to celebrate. I'm going to party like it's 1999, dude.
I see congestive heart failure patients on a daily basis. The reason I know that he has congestive heart failure is because of the swelling in his feet and ankles. And the reason I know it's getting worse is because he's sitting behind the desk on camera now. He lashed out against MSNBC for giving him hash about his ankles. This is how we know that something is true, because it gets to Trump. Remember recently where he was talking about going to heaven for some fucking reason? He says, people said I'm not doing very well. I don't think he's talking about the media. I think he's talking about the doctors who are treating him. The only reason his health has been maintained at all is because he has the privilege of getting IV diuretics, spironolactone, Lasix, Bumex, something like that. That's why his hands have been bruised and covered with makeup.
Yeah,
badly.
no, that makes sense. Diuretics, they're trying to dehydrate him because of the edema. Is that what you do? I'm not familiar with a lot of the medical shit, but if you have edema, you're taking on a bunch of fluid, right? So they're trying to lose the fluid. Yeah, dude, they're injecting him with disinfectant. Dude, maybe there's some bleach in there, bro.
Oh, he also has chronic kidney disease, which is also contributing to the swelling in the feet and ankles. I can't tell you how many times I have seen a patient in their home because they were hospitalized for AKI, or acute kidney injury. And the kidney injury was caused by nephrotoxic medications, namely diuretics, spironolactone, Bumex, Lasix. The president is definitely getting sicker, and we know he's not going to change his diet because he's such a fucking idiot. I think he's going to be around for 6 to 8 months tops. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Dude, yeah. I mean, dude, that's my call. I mean, diuretics with him, if he's taking a whole bunch of IV diuretics, his kidneys are getting banged, bro. They are.
President Stubb of Finland, and he's somebody that, where are we here? Huh? Where? Oh, you look better than I've ever seen you look.
Yeah, he tries to cover it, but look at him, dude. Dude, he's just not, like, you see him? He's gaunt, and he's sort of like struggling. Stroking out is a great way of putting it, dude. I mean, he did sound drunk, didn't he? And he does not drink. He's like, dude, yeah, that aspirin is hitting hard. His brain is cooked. I mean, dude, I hate to say this, but I feel like we knew his brain was cooked during the campaign. All right? It became obvious with his rambling, just fucking cooked.
Listen to this. This is crazy. So you're going to have one of the NATO members speak up about her concern about Ukrainian children basically being killed, basically being, their lives being destroyed. And listen to Trump's reaction, and you'll get a sense just how much he's not there anymore. Watch this.
Thousands of Ukrainian children that have been abducted. And as a mother and grandmother, every single child has to go back to its family. This should be one of our main priorities also in these negotiations, to make sure that the children come back to Ukraine, to their families.
Thank you, and we did. I was just thinking we're here for a different reason, but we just a couple of weeks ago made the largest trade deal in history, so that's a big thing, and congratulations. That's great. Thank you very much.
Dude, what the fuck was that? Just a couple weeks ago, we made the largest trade deal in history? Like, homie, what fucking press conference was he at? He's answering a question from like the day before.
Colleges and universities will purge the anti-Semitism and pro-terrorism. 3 years later, how about that? The Arabia and Russia will repeat to.
Dude, I can't.
I
can't. That's always been my favorite one.
The Arabia and Russia will repeat to.
What happened to you?
Dude.
What, did you have a stroke mid-sentence?
Dude, he did. He had a McConnell glitch, followed by a Stormy Daniels,
Did you just see Maduro, Venezuela? It's unbelievable.
What the fuck?
Best trade deal ever made, they all say. A giant win for farmers and manufacturers, Mexico and Canada. She used Master Lock all the time. When I was a little child, I'd take Master Lock, I'd go bing, lots of nice little puzzles you put them.
All right, go bing, I go bing.
This is the worst border in the history of the world. There's never been, no third world country has a border like that. And no third, I'll tell you what, and I hope the military revolts at the voting booth to give the American people their voice back by building something called Truth Essential.
I don't even know the name of his own damn site. Oh my God.
Very definition of totalitarianism. I hope
Dude, Truth Social, Truth Essential.
Roughly 40% of fresh vegetables and about 40% in the failing New York Times by anonymous, really anonymous, gutless.
Dude, what is he doing? Anonymous. Boy, Home Slice is fucking just cooked, bro. He is. He is fucking cooked out. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.